FPS Shane asks, Kulprit, my question to you is, what tips and tricks would you give to new and upcoming YouTubers and about how to grow a channel? What tags you add to gaming videos or YouTube? Same, I said a couple of, I didn't realize I put so many YouTube questions in here. Gonna cover this in that series. God, it's making it obvious I need to do the series. Tips and tricks, guys. I don't know. I mean, straight up, I've struggled the last, say, 2 or 3 months. Everybody has. I mean, views have really dried up over the summer, which, as I'm told, they typically do. I'm learning myself. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is consistency and pump out the content. Very few guys can go and put out 1 video a month. Like, I'm thinking Jimmy the Snake. Guys like that can put out very seldom content that and if you do that route, it's got to be epic. It's got to be something very rare, and the man does it. And when he puts a video out, I watch it first day for sure. Otherwise, you're gonna be like me. You're gonna be a pedestrian kind of guy. You're gonna be a grinder. Put it out. I mean, everybody that comes to me and asks for advice, I say what I did is I sat down. I put out a video a day for 50 days, or 50 videos in 50 days, something like that. I don't remember exactly what I did. It was basically I averaged a video a day. Now, I didn't do a video every day because I typically take weekends off, so I would double up a video here or there. And I think it's the best thing you can do. You're constantly in people's sub boxes, even if you only have a few subs. You're constantly there. You get better at what you're doing, and that's a huge thing. People, they might not be able to identify it, but they recognize comfort on the microphone and in front of the camera and things like that. And that's the biggest thing. I mean, you have to understand that before you're going to go anywhere, you have to get better. And you have to get comfortable, and you have to hone your craft, I guess is the word. So just do it. Just do it over and over and over again. Now, there's certain technical things. You have to have a base level of audio level. A lot of people neglect the audio, and that's a problem. I see over and over and over again. Little disable resample. If you're using Sony Vegas, I see this all the time. Drives me nuts. Right click on the video in the timeline, properties, disable resample. It will make your videos look a lot better, and it drives me crazy when people don't do it. I'm going to answer this more in a side video. It's a big question. There'll be more on that for sure. My buddy Black Sunshine asks, are there any YouTubers that have above 100K subscribers that you admire, and what are your views on big YouTubers in general? I just kind of covered that with Snoop's question. Over 100K. I mean, I don't even know. Onslaught would be there. Level Cap, I think, is there now. I look up a little bit to Woody. I'm torn on Woody. I was a big fan of him before. I've soured on him a little bit lately. I have some issues with what he does as a father. Some of the videos and topics he talks about, I couldn't do them, and it makes me a little sad to see where he's gone. I understand why he does what he does, and I wish him the best, but I just, as I'm not a peer or a colleague, but as another YouTuber and a father, and I just I can't support some of the things he does. I'm not subscribed to him any longer, which is a little sad, but I did, and he's huge, obviously. D-Crew Colin, I know he's not 100K, but to me and Battlefield when I started, he was like the big Battlefield guy. Had a lot of respect for him. I think he's probably the most one I admire, or like a role model. So he's a father. He's my age. He was a very good player, not great player. So I mean, I kind of identified with him a lot. So if I had to pick one, I know he's not over 100K, but I think it's the same vein of what you're asking. That would be the one. I'm trying to think quickly over. I mean, there's Hutch. I do admire Hutch, but. The whole recent coming back all of a sudden, it kind of makes me a little suspicious, but I'm glad to have him back. I do enjoy his content. I think he's a pretty genuine guy, and a lot of these other guys are now small businesses more than people. With that said, CNanners, I mean, I enjoy CNanners. I can't really say I admire these guys, and there's no hate. I just, they're guys on YouTube. I don't have admiration for them necessarily. Definitely don't hate on them. I say, guys, go and make all the money you can make. I have no grudge. Like, you got people, I mean, it's a little maturity. Go make millions, because that'll trickle down. And eventually, you're going to carve out an industry that I'm hoping that I can build a little corner of and just get maybe a couple hundreds. And that'd be great. But yeah, if you're a YouTuber, you can't hate on anybody. Let people, as long as you're doing it legitimately, don't do it through drama or giveaways or crap like that. If they're doing it legitimately and they're making money, applaud them, be happy for them. Because what they're doing is they're just pushing that ceiling up for the rest of us, and eventually it'll trickle down. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Reddit, huh? I saw this. One horse-sized duck. That's a big duck. But I feel like a horse-sized duck would be kind of slow. I could probably get away from him. But it's not I have to fight him, but I could flank and probably think like that. 100 duck-sized horses. Now, that's a lot of little horses. They're going to be really fast. They kick pretty hard, and they got big old teeth. I think I'm going to go against the one horse-sized duck. Right? Am I crazy? I don't know. I haven't obviously put much thought into that. I just feel like I'd be able to duck and move, so to speak, and kind of pick my shots, whereas 100 duck-sized horses would just be chaos, kicking and nipping, and yeah, I think that's the way I would go there. Michael MJH23, do you get extra money if I click ads because I love shooting iPhones? I don't know. I don't think I do. I know my deal is for kind of a flat rate per 1,000 views. I think chances are Machinima would get more money if you click my ads. But I think, me personally, it's a good question. I should find out. I don't think I get any different if you actually click. And I know I'm pretty much, I don't know if Machinima has this, but I know at Google and all that, I'm not allowed to ask you to click ads. So if you have a thing for shooting iPhones, hey, go for it. I appreciate the gesture and showing you interest in it. The Austrian Toast, if you had the possibility to choose the final Battlefield 3 DLC, what would you want it to be? Map ideas, areas, maybe even stories. I'll tell you what I don't want it to be, and you guys are going to hate me. Dinosaurs. Enough of the dinosaurs. I don't give a flying rat's ass about dinosaurs. If they want to make an extra mode in Battlefield 4, like the zombie mode where you shoot dinosaurs, hey, go for it. You won't see me putting hours in there. The final Battlefield 3D DLC, well, I am excited about Aftermath, because it seems to be in the vein, like the genre I like. I'll tell you what I think we need, and honestly, I don't have a lot of confidence that Battlefield is really going to be alive for the last DLC. We need more vanilla maps. We don't really even need these expansion packs anymore. We need map packs. We need something like I think the main reason that Armored Kill and Close Quarters has relatively died so quickly is because they're segregated. You can't put Close Quarter maps on a regular server, and you really can't put Armored Kill maps on a regular server. Maybe if they figure out Rush, you can. I'm not sure, but they don't mesh well. Like, you can't go to a 32-man Conquest server and slap in some Close Quarters maps. It doesn't work. So these map packs or these DLCs expansions have done nothing to freshen up the core vanilla game. So we need map packs. We need some more car cans where, when that game came, it gave us 4 new maps to just add into the map rotation, change things up a little bit. We weren't seeing the same maps over and over and again. So we need more stuff like that. And at first I liked the idea of close quarters oriented maps. I didn't realize they were going to go so far and make them just completely close quarters, this whole other segmented little part, like it was Battlefield, the Vietnam expansion in Bad Company 2, where I didn't like that. I didn't like when I would log in and I would see my friends, like I wanted to go play Harvest Day, and I looked over and my friends are playing in Vietnam. Well, I had to choose. I don't like that. I think if you're going to do these things, they should be part of the core game, part of vanilla maps. They just have a different focus. Like a Sen Crossing and Grand Bazaar has urban fighting. Firestorm and Caspian has more open vehicle gameplay. That, like, they're the same structures, but they're different flavors. I don't like these compartmentalized DLCs. I don't think it works. And look at us now. Those DLC, I mean, as far as I know, Close Quarters is dead. Armored Kill, they're still trying to figure out how to make it work. I know just from I know my Battlelog friends list is a ghost town. There's tumbleweeds blowing through it. And it's sad. And I think everybody that is even playing Battlefield 3 still is back on vanilla. And so we need some juice for vanilla. They need some map packs. I mean, honestly, just bring back old maps. Remaster old maps. That's all you have to do. And I think we'd all be happy with that at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. My mind's just kind of already on Battlefield 4. I'm kind of just relaxing from Battlefield 3 because I get so worked up, as you all know. Mr. Sarajevo89 asks, I know you already said you won't answer, but come on, be nice and say who you are, more Republican or Democrat leaning. Why hide it? I follow your election season here in Bosnia, and I'm really interested in it. Yeah, you can read the rest of it as I put it up in front of you. No, I've said I'm not gonna get into that on my channel. I just don't. Maybe it's from being a bartender for so long and being in bars that I have staunch rules. I don't talk religion. I don't talk politics. I just feel nothing good comes of it. It's a personal thing. I have my views. Well, I mean, truth is, I'm not very religious and I'm not very political. I have my beliefs, I have my feelings, I have my leanings, as you'd say. I know who I'm going to vote for, but I'm not gonna broadcast. That's not the point of this channel. If you're that interested, man, hit me up. Hit me up on Skype or something like that, and I'll talk it with you. But I'm not a big political debater. And if anything, I kind of am disgusted with the system. So that's all. I mean, just hit me up privately. I'm not adverse to talking about it. I'm just not using this platform for that. That's all. I hope you understand. But yeah, hit me up on Skype. I mean, I think you're gonna be disappointed. I'm not very astute politically. Notable Aardvark says, aside from the main contenders, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, Call of Duty, what game franchise would you like to see a new title? Do you want something new and fresh, or a sequel to a current game? Well, which franchise would you like to see? That's Battlefield. I mean, Battlefield is my game. It's absolutely mine. I'm gonna check out Medal of Honor, but let's just say like next year, all 3 games, put a game out. I've only got $100. Well, I'm going Battlefield. This is just no question for me. Do you want to see something new and fresh, or a sequel to a current game? Believe it or not, I want to see a sequel. I mean, at this point, all I want to see out of Battlefield 4 is give us what you told us you were going to do in Battlefield 3. Give us support competitive. Give us battle recorder. Just kind of fix the glaring issues. I mean, you could be using the same engine. Yeah, maybe further that. Harness more power. I mean, I'm hoping the new consoles will be out, so we'll see more destruction. But I don't need this. Bad Company 2, Battlefield 2, Bad Company 2 jumping to Battlefield 3 was a big jump, and I thought it was good. We don't need that. I want to see a little. We don't need to innovate so farly forward. I'd rather see them polish and clean it up and almost deliver the final product. So I'm more of a sequel. I get nervous when people take something I love and try to overdo it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know I rant and rave about how Battlefield 3 is broken, but I love the modern setting. I love the focus of the game. The gunplay, I think, is the best out there. So no, it's definitely Battlefield for me. I'd rather see them continue it, but you don't change the core game. Sure, I would make a lot of changes, but they would be little changes. They wouldn't change the game itself. He has keep it modern, expand, build on it, refine it, all those things. Absolutely keep it modern. I don't like futuristic games. I'm not adverse to like World War II game, but I mean they've been done to death. So I would much rather be in a contemporary time. I'm a military buff. I'm a military head. I like to learn about these things kind of through video games. I know some of you guys are gonna hate me for that, but I like thinking tactically and with modern guns and weapons and buildings and things like that. It's more fun for me. But expand on it a little bit, sure. I mean, I think Battlefield 4 should have all the maps we have right now. Like, why not? It's the same engine, and just give us another 10 maps. Like, just basically make Battlefield 4 a huge expansion pack. We'll see. I don't know. And absolutely refine it. Refine the engine. Just refine the gameplay. I mean, we know it works at this point. We know it doesn't work. Let's fix it. More game modes. That's a big one for me. And the last one, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm at 32 minutes. This is really kind of longer than I wanted to be. XX Clause, XXM. What game do you think would be better based on what you know and have seen, and which is more important to your pre-order list? Warfighter or Black Ops 2? It's definitely Warfighter. Which game is more important to my pre-order list? Warfighter. I'm going to be pre-ordering. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Oh, sorry about that. I've already pre-ordered it. My big thing with Call of Duty, the maps are like shoeboxes, and the gunplay is like lasers. I'm trying to think of a way to example, but you can't go from Battlefield 3 gunplay to Call of Duty. I can't do it. I'm like peeking over the fence because I really like what Treyarch's trying to do as far as like the shoutcasting, the in-game recorder, the support for competitive. I think these are all great things, and I hope it really works for them, because I'd like to see other developers go, wow, look what they did. It worked. We have to do that. I want to support them. I just don't know if I can play. And I was a big fan of Black Ops. I really was. I was looking forward to Black Ops 2. I got a little turned off when they told us a little bit of a futuristic setting. Because, like I just said to you, I prefer the modern kind of setting. But yeah, it's Warfighter for sure. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I have fears about both. I'm not saying I'm 100% confident in either. And I could look at this video in 2 months and easily be like, yeah, and admit that Black Ops 2 is better. I don't know. This is based on what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of Black Ops 2. I know they posted a little bit of gameplay, but not much. It was like a minute and a half. I mean, and I haven't followed it so much. Like, I can't say I know the nuts and bolts of it, because I don't do that with games anymore, because it just gets my hopes up and I get disappointed, and so I don't really look. I watch, but I don't go crazy. So I would definitely say Warfighter there. That about wraps it up, guys. I apologize. 35 minutes. Don't know if I'm going to do one big video or two. I'm not sure. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I always appreciate that. Any likes, favorites, retweets to your friends, I would always appreciate it. If you haven't subbed, hit the sub button. We're looking forward to Medal of Honor Warfighter right around the corner. Think I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of the campaign for the next week or so to get hyped up for Warfighter. So if you're interested in that, keep your eyes out. And other than that, guys, I hope you're having a good week. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.